real quick video. This is a 1996 Suzuki Intruder 1400. Quick way to spot the 1400 is the little oil cooler up front instead of the full-size radiator. So what I want to do today, I've had a lot of people commenting and asking about how to prime these motorcycles before you start it for the first time. If you don't know, these bikes have two carburetors, one for each cylinder. They're both up under the gas tank rail. So all you got to do to prime it, and you only really got to do this the first time that you start it, after it's sat for a while. It may prime a little bit on subsequent starts, but not like it's going to right now, assuming my battery's not dead. This bike has not been ridden for probably, judging by the dirt that's on it, 2 months. Hasn't started. I think I even got to air up one of the tires, which I never have to do if I ride this regularly. But anyway, to prime it, all you do is you turn the key on. Turn it on. Confirm your lights are on. Confirm you're in neutral. If your neutral light doesn't work, rock the bike back and forth. On the Suzukis, it doesn't really matter because you can't start it unless you've bypassed it by pulling in the clutch. You got to pull in the clutch to start these bikes unless you've bypassed the clutch safety. So without touching a thing on the bike, no clutch, no throttle, turn the key on, put your thumb on the starter button over here, and press and hold. Now, I'm going to put the camera down and hopefully this will pick up the carburetor bowl filling. You can't see anything, I just want you to get the sound. So here we go, I'm going to press it in 3, 2, 1. What you're actually hearing is the fuel pump relay. It's turning on, that's under the seat, and you're hearing the pump fill the carburetor bowl. And now, everything goes well. This bike should start. My bike is rather hard starting anyway. Let's see. Now that you've primed it, all you got to do is pull the clutch in and start the bike, hopefully, while I choke it. Pull the clutch in, start the bike. My bike will pop and backfire for a while. It will stop doing it quite as much after it's warmed up a little. You can hear it more if you give it throttle. Well, I guess it made a liar out of me. You don't hear it more at all. That'll idle down a little bit when I turn the stoke off. Wish I can do that now. The choke, or technically the enricher, is right here. You turn it clockwise to activate it, and you turn it counterclockwise to turn it off. So here the idle right now, it's a little elevated, and if I turn this down, it drops down to a steady idle. In another video, if there's interest, I'll show you how to adjust the carburetor screws for the air and fuel mixture. There's one for each carburetor. You can tell if you're out because one of your exhausts will feel different than the other, temperature-wise and how hard it's pushing. So let me know if you got interest in that. Comment below. That's how you start an intruder that's been sitting for a while. Just to show you, I'm going to cut the bike off. Now I've turned the bike off. It's been running for what was that? A minute, maybe two tops. If I turn the key back on, it's still in neutral. I'm going to put you down by the relay. If I press and hold the starter button now without pressing the clutch, you probably couldn't even hear that. It like ticked twice, like tick, and then it stopped. So it's not filling up anything. The bowls are full. That priming is only on the 1400. The 800, for whatever reason, doesn't do it. And it only needs to be done the first time that you start the bike after the carbs have sat for a while and they've drained out. So that's it. I just want to do a little quick video. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff with the Intruder coming up. There's a lot of talk about these bikes, older bikes in general, and I wanted to see if I could do just a little something today, gauge some interest out there, and we'll jump on it. I got a few things I want to do to this bike anyway. I'm contemplating repainting it. Some people have said not to do it. I have got to fix these front handlebars. There are no stops, so the handlebar will turn freely and bang into the gas tank. Somebody along the way, you probably can't see it very well, but that right there is a stop. It's supposed to bump into something on the frame. It's a bump stop, and that prevents your handlebars from turning all the way and smashing into the tank, which this bike does. So I'm going to weld in a piece of steel on the front fork tube. It's not a fork tube, the neck, on the neck. I was going to go for a ride today, but that weather is not looking promising here in Florida. So I'll probably skip the ride, move my truck back inside before an oak tree falls on it. And we'll come back at you again soon with some more videos. All right, thanks for watching.